Welcome to What Burns Me Up, the podcast, your weekly dose of avoidance because life be lifing and we all need a break from the mundane. I am your host, Miss August, a wife, mother of four, and a beauty professional with well over a decade of experience as a model, makeup artist, and visual consultant. What burns me up is a phrase that we use when we have experienced our fair share of pet peeves, and guess what? I really like to say, child, I'm taking it back. This is a place where we come to blow things way out of proportion because we can. So let's talk about it. Get ready for some truth, some theories, some tricks, some tea, and some triggers, baby. What burns me up starts now. Hey, friends. Listen, welcome to What Burns Me Up, the podcast. This is the podcast where you come to hear about everything that everybody isn't talking about, but we're going to discuss it on today. Happy Black History Month, you guys. Oh, yeah. Can I get a commotion for a black woman? Can I get some commotion for a black man? In this month, can I get some commotion for the black experience? Yes. For everything that is black that is beautiful. Listen, I just want to come on here and say that because, baby, this is going to be a slow burn episode. This is going to be a slow burn. I didn't want to take it too serious. This is a very serious month. This is the shortest month of the year, but guess what? This is what they gave us. This is what we accepted. Let's just keep it right there. This is what they gave us. This is what we accepted. We accepted these 28 days, so let's just go ahead and be grateful to our ancestors, and let's all take the time to just learn something different about somebody. There's Black history being made every day. There's blackness being, diluted every day. But in the experience of just being black, let's just be hopeful, celebratory, kind to others, and do your best to just support a black business this month. Don't try to make it a big deal. There's going to be a lot of podcasts that are going to talk about a lot of things. There's going to be very heavy conversations going on, but not here. But not here. Not here. We're not going to have no whole bunch of heavy Black history conversations here because our history is very important, but our history is not predicated on just February. If you have children, my advice to you is just to raise them up. Do not allow what they are experiencing on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Google Ads, iPhones, Androids, in their school systems, in their everyday living. Do not allow that to be the disposition that they have on black people. Actually let them know who they are. Allow them to study them. So that way, when you give the correct information to your child, no matter what school district, no matter what state wants to deny the beauty, the brilliance, the excellence of our black history, guess what we can do? Teach it on our own. Because that's going to burn me up. But we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about them deliberately. Did somebody say deliberate? Deliberately saying that what we bring as a people, although we didn't ask to be here, what we bring as a people, although we didn't ask to be written into your history, what we bring as a people is minimized. It should be an elective or should be banned. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is be good stewards over our own history, do our own things, find our own way to disrupt our own cultural norms, and let's just be black, be bold, be beautiful, be bosses, be bad women, be that. Be people of honor, integral, courageous, have awesome characteristics, pass those down, do the things and teach your kids what you don't know, find out some stuff that you don't know because you don't know what you don't know until you know it, pass those awesome, honorable things down to your kids so that way the experience is never sullied down because we are the standard. Now, I done went on a mini rant. I don't do those here because I be focused when I come here. But since this is a slow burn episode, I thought I'd just go ahead and burn y'all up with that little piece of fire. Happy February. Happy Black History Month. Let's be all of that. With that being said, I want to just have a conversation on this Black History Month. I thought this was going to be a slow burn episode, but I just read my notes and let's just talk. Being as though that this is, the first episode of the month, we're kicking off Black History Month. You're going to have a lot of content everywhere that you go. I wanted to say this and let this just, bring some awareness to you. For a long time, I have had an issue that I never defined because I did not know or ever give it space or words. It's an issue that a lot of people suffer with because they are not absolute about the way that they are being or showing up in this world. And no matter what big personality, small personality you think that you may have, everybody in this world contributes something that aligns with the likeness of this earth. We were all born for a reason, and for that reason, I have to say that we got to do something about us being self-deprecated. Now, if you don't know what self-deprecation is literally you being modest about something or you being self-critical towards something. And I want to be transparent and let you know that this is all a self thing. Like, it's literally modesty or self-criticism about oneself. And you know, I didn't realize that this was what I was doing to myself because I was trying to sometimes fit in. Sometimes I was being self-deprecating because I like to show up a way, you know, and even though I showed up the way that I did, I would sometimes get criticized, like, you ain't have to wear that, or we chilling a day and things like that. But I'm like, this is like my chill. You know what I mean? But oftentimes when people would make those comments, I would literally self-deprecate and be like, oh, girl, this nothing, this old, or even if it was old, or it didn't mean that it wasn't nothing. Like, and being critical of yourself is one thing, you know, assessing, you know, how you show up in a place, bending towards your characteristics and making sure that you are honorable in places, that, you know, you have self-esteem, just showing up and being you is different from being like, feeling like you have to sully down what the experience of you will be in order to make somebody else feel comfortable in their likeness. And that's not to say that, you know, complimenting people is wrong, because I have a great habit, in my opinion, of when meeting anyone, or, you know, any woman or young woman, I'll always greet people and say, like, hey, beautiful. And that's not to take anything away from the experience I'm actually having. It's just, in my mind, in my spirit, in my body, I want people to know that I look at them and I'm saying that, hey, beautiful, like, you're beautiful. Everybody's beautiful to me, you know what I mean? And it doesn't matter what you have on, how you show up. Like, you know, I just like to greet people like that. But that has nothing to do with me and my self-esteem. But what I will say is that, you know, it can very well be when somebody greets you and say, hey, beautiful, and you say, oh, no, that's you. No, girl, you beautiful. Accept the compliment, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you being modest about a compliment is self-deprecated. When somebody is showing you or complimenting you for something and you sully down the experience of you, that's self-deprecating. And it never made me feel good. You know what I mean? Like, when people say, like, when I would first start doing makeup, I would, you know, get compliments on my makeup, and people would be like, girl, I wish I knew how to do makeup like you. And I would be like, girl, this ain't nothing to do, because, you know, I would just do my makeup sometimes and be in a rush, and I just do it in like 15 minutes. And 15 minutes to me is not like a 30, 45 minute job to me. The time that you take to, you know, make sure and go over and add product as needed, like 15-minute makeup wasn't complimentary to me. I'm like, girl, I just threw this on. But the reality is that, you know, I remember my husband checking me and saying, August, you can't just say, you know, girl, it's easy. Girl, it's nothing. you have an art in your hands, and you sullying down that experience makes it seem maybe to other people that you're being condescending. And I remember checking myself in that moment, because I'm like, I literally was not being condescending. You know me, big energy. Like, I knew I wasn't being condescending by saying, oh girl, I just knew like what it took me to do something. Like, it was nothing for me. However, that was the mentality that, you know, I had at the moment. I had to check myself, look back and reflect on it, and I was like, oh, I'll never do that again. Because at the end of the day, August, people pay hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars every year to maintain, you know, makeup etiquette with people. You know, people hire hairstylists, and some people can't even do a ponytail on the top of their head. With that being said, like, you cannot sully down your experience at any cost, only because you only end up being self-critical. So I hope this episode made a lot of sense to you. I just wanted to take that, you know, notion and go on a rant real quick, because in 2023 and for the rest of my life, I'm no longer giving space to myself to criticize myself out of comfortableness for anybody. Because what I realize is that me trying to make someone else comfortable sends me on a war in my head. Like, August, why would you even say that about yourself? You don't even believe that. Like, somebody say, girl, I love those boots. And you be like, girl, these boots ain't nothing. Thank you. I've been doing so much better, like in 2022, with it. But I'm just like, say thank you. And if there is something that you can compliment them on, naturally, August, do that. But no longer say, girl, these boots ain't nothing. Child, I done had these for 5 years. We are all, you know, in some way, shape, or form, we find ourselves being self-deprecating, but I just don't like the way that it makes me feel. So, you know, I just wanted to be transparent. It's Black History Month. Let your black do the blackest, blackity black. Nah, for real, let's get some commotion in here for the blackness. And I do thank you. Yep, so this was this week's episode of What Burns Me Up. Yeah, that's been burning me up, like myself. Like, oftentimes, I'm going to read myself. One thing about me, when stuff don't be sitting right with me, I'm going to read myself. And this is just me, you know, on a rant this week. So let's move this conversation from here to what's going to buy me up on this Black History Month. On this Black History Month. What's going to buy me up? Welcome back to What Buys Me Up. Listen, let's have a conversation about something. What buys me up specifically is what I done bought, what I know to be tried and true, what I done tested with my coins so you don't have to. I ain't here to tell you none of my horror stories, but I am going to tell you what I do love about things. In a grain of Black History Month, all month I will be featuring products from Black-owned business all over that I personally have not only supported, but have given my coins to over and over and over again. Why? Because Chic Geeks is the company. The CEO, Candace Adams, started her own line of tech accessories after not being able to find anything on the market that fitted her style, persona. Yeah. And so I was excited when I heard all about Chic Geeks a couple of years ago. And with that being said, baby, I done bought into the product over and over and over again. She has very much of products that are vegan leather with cool patterns, fun colors, and guess what? They are super adorable. It got to the point where, not this laptop case, baby, because, you know, I probably had her for like 9 months now. But baby, I have multiple. And the one before this, you know, it was just as crystal and cute as this one. But the issue is that, you know, I'm a little clumsy. As much balance as I got, I'm a little clumsy. I had the phone case that matched the laptop case that matched the iPad case, and y'all really can't tell me nothing about it. Y'all can't tell me nothing about it. But I dropped that phone case so much I had to replace her. This went through the wire. No, seriously, y'all. This laptop case that I had before this one went through it, and they got to the point where I was like, August, you getting so many compliments on something that you done made raggedy. Girl, go ahead and reinvest your coins. And I'm telling you, over and over and over the years, I have been reinvesting in my laptop case. I haven't got the phone case anymore because I dropped my phone too much, and that's kind of just, in my opinion, I'm just being wasteful for all of the beauty that these products very much give out, baby. You're talking about if you're going to invest in these pieces, go on this website. You already see it if you're on the YouTube, but if you are listening to the experience, it goes from glitter to marble, from marble to crocodile, from crocodile to crystal, from crystal to silk, baby. And it's not only your tablet, it's not only your phone cases, it's not only like your hard top fashionable laptop cases, baby. If you use like Adobe and Final Cut Pro, baby, you get keyboard overlaps. Beautiful, glorious luxury. Baby, y'all go to chicgeeks.com. At this point, she's on What Burns Me Up podcast right now. But to be honest with you, she is well overdue. She has been in Essence, Cosmopolitan already, Black Enterprise, featured on Good Morning America, Refinery 29, Vogue, and Allure, baby. Listen, I've been investing, so I just want to get y'all hip to this modern, beautiful, awesome cases that, I'm in full support of. It's February, it's Black History Month. Go show this black woman some more love because she already been getting a lot of it. I'm grateful and ecstatic that, you tuned in to What Buys Me Up. Listen, What Burns Me Up is always a good time. And I'm always grateful for you guys tuning in week after week. This has been another episode of What Burns Me Up, the podcast. If there is smoke somewhere, there's bound to be some fire. And that's probably going to burn me up. So until next time, you guys, peace.